Oh shit. Cool. I like this part. Oh man, I liked it before when no one was in here. Hi, comrade. Oh wow. Hi everybody. I don't fit. They don't fit, Eric. I'm sorry. Hi. I don't have to start for 2 more minutes, so I'll go get a tank top if you want. I have 2 minutes. Oh shit. All sorts of homies. What's up, everybody? I'm super fucking nervous. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the one that... Alright, there we go. Oh my gosh. Well, hi Donna. Hi Ricky. People are actually like mad at me that I'm not wearing a tank top. Casey, this is your fault. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I told you I'd be back. Hi. You still can't see my arms, which is the best part, because I sit too close to the thing. Alright, hi. Oh my god, it's 1:50, so I guess I have to do this now. Oh wait, no, Teague's here, so I guess I have to do this. I can actually see y'all's comments this time too, that's cool. Cool, well... Other than last Instagram Live, that was the last time I did anything like this for almost a decade. So, like I said, I'm real nervous, but here we go. This first poem that I did is a true story. It was about when I got evicted for not paying rent. And then I moved into Bike House. And it's called An Open Letter to My Landlord. Dear Lou, I'd like to thank you for motivating me to wreck some shit tonight, cause with my heartstrings stretched this tight, I got some impulses I'm not even gonna try to fight. I'm getting evicted. Well, I was sick of every cent that I make going to rent, and I hate your constructed concepts of property. See, I'm a good guy with a bad side. I got a bad habit of letting shit slide. But you're offering me indentured servitude and profiting from my basic needs. And man, living's getting pricey in the land of the free. And I'm tired. It's not that tame, tried, tired of too many sleepless nights. It's not even a well-earned Walking Dead swagger won by working well past weary. Nah, I've been burning the candle at both ends, and stress been my only consistent friend. And that's some kind of souped up butane. But get this. I'm across beating the system off my wish list. Let simply survive and be my big fist, and let anybody come to stop me. See, I got a bottle and a rag, and that's the only reason that this bike kit'll buy gas, and that's the only reason to rock X's and strike a match. Well, that and cause it's fucking cold out. Cause, did I tell you? I'm gonna move into a treehouse. Y'all can consider this my peace out. I don't really see how I missed this bus before, cause sure, it's cold, but I got blankets, and the treehouse just sits vacant, and a home is what you make it, so I'm gonna make it. And before you decide that I'm crazy, I'm still gonna have this ink in my pen. And I'm still gonna have the help of my friends, and in the end, I'd rather write those rent checks to the stars. I'll stay warm, chucking bottles, spitting bars. So take your heat, you'll rent your walls. I've heard my call to wreck them all. I found sweetness in my sleeplessness. I learned we're not alive till we're exhausted. So, Lou, thanks again for stretching me tight, so I could find my peace in a tree. Alright, cool. It was a text. Erica's fault. She did it. So, anything that you guys want to hear? Just kidding. None of you have ever heard me do anything like this before. All right. Oh shit! I forgot that I had written this ever. I used to do a lot of this. I used to do poetry slams. I used to do open mics a lot. And it's a fairly liberal scene. And Donna wants me to do a very dated poem about wow. That's funny. Maybe I will. We'll see. But it's a very liberal scene, and I got very, like, tired and turned off by people not paying attention or caring what I had to say. So I wrote this poem, and then promptly stopped doing poetry, like, after, which is really funny once I get through the end of it. But I forgot that I'd written it. I found it today, reworked a little bit of it, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Anyway. Recently, I've been told I have some unpopular views, or that people have got a problem with the company I choose, but I've got friends that are drunks, I've got friends that are sober, I got friends rocking X's, friends puffing on clover. I've got no misconceptions that we have to agree to be friends. But friends, it's my convictions that are pushing my pen. So like the song said, as long as I'm breathing, I won't shut my mouth until everybody's vegan. I won't back down until we stop the killing and we see our women as more than just mothers of children or a bitch to put my dick in. And I'll still stand here spitting until racists and homophobes are a rejected minority. Got rich CEOs as suited thugs in authority until everyone everywhere is given basic health care. And we realize that borders were never really there. Until real MCs take back hip-hop, and we realize that love is carnal punk rock, then all the whack rappers will just go off the air, and we'll put down our joysticks to get up out of our chairs, because there's a war going on inside, disguised as safe fun broadcast through the airwaves, and it stops revolution. So as long as I'm spitting, I do my art in the streets. Street lights bring me peace, while spray cans rattle out beats. Hardcore music saved my life, but hip-hop gave me purpose. It taught me to create, and without that I'm worthless. So rock burners are dope flows. Raise a fist if you've heard us. I'm a punk rock student of hip-hop, and I spit because I've got a position of privilege. I've got work that's unfinished. With y'all as my witness, I must spit till I'm finished. And I added this ending today. So flip me and beatbox, a breakdown, yo, I got a hip-hop heart wired to my punk rock soul and drift away. Just kidding, yeah, that's the end of that. Oh, that's goofy. Wow is evergreen? What does that even mean, Donna? What the hell? Oh my god, what time is it? Oh, cool. I have so long left. Alright, this next poem that I wanted to do was one that I used to do a lot. This was one of my most popular poems that I do at slams. This poem is about religion, and I'd like to preface this by saying that while, like, I don't know how to, like, frame this right. Like, there's a lot of institutions out there that cause a lot of damage and hurt to people, and religion can be one of them, but they can also be a beautiful thing. If religion brings you peace and helps you, I don't mean to take away from that at all. But I also think that any of those institutions that we have, especially, you know, now in a time when there's a lot of change happening, if you're not questioning those and you're not recognizing the hypocrisy in those, that you're fucking up, that you should be doing that questioning and addressing those issues of corruption is important. That's what this poem's about. I'm not trying to talk shit on people who believe in things. If you believe in something and it helps you, you find peace in that. I love that. That's awesome. Anyway, I'll do the one about WoW maybe. We're not doing that yet. When I was little, I was taught a game. I was like 4 years old. I don't remember the name, but it went, here's the church and here's the steeple. But then it stopped because I opened these doors and these people were evil. Their version of Jesus wasn't one of Jehovah. It was this dude who wants tithing and to fuck my friends over, because they couldn't tell me why some of my best friends in the world were going to hell just because they don't like girls. And I read the Bible, and though I don't speak Hebrew, I did see the part that said that you should fuck like we do. But I also saw a part about stoning your wife and a God who needs a test with your son and a knife, and you look at my friends and tell me that's unnatural? Man, it is. If it's patriarchy you're trying to sell, because believe it or not, there's money in gender roles. You really think those old white fucks care what you do with your genitals? It's bad enough what they're doing behind closed doors, slipping sneakers under bathroom doors and airport floors. Or up in Alaska where they've sent known short-eyed preachers to pass off to indigenous people who will accept them as teachers. So it's not that I think that your church is a crutch. I just think it's ignorant as fuck to ignore the clutch and roll they've had in creating and perpetuating bigotry. Because yes, I'm an atheist, but if I believed in a God, it wouldn't be part of this misogynistic facade. It'd be a God who valued things like honor and integrity, because those are the things that I value in me. Instead, these religions seem to value hypocrisy, and the things that they do are often all about money. That's something I swore I will never be, so I stay anti-religion and motherfucking God-free. Alright, you guys want an angry vegan poem or more of like a feel-goody poem? There's like a little while before anything happens, huh? Let's go, but they're clapping instead. That's not an answer. You guys are bad at answers. Alright, I'm gonna do the vegan one. I also need to preface that all of these poems are like a decade old. Like, legitimately oh my god. I'm gonna do the fucking WoW poem because people keep wanting it. And y'all are stupid. It's a joke. But that's okay. I'll find it. Give me a second. This is... I wrote this as a joke because I was playing WoW with... I used to do these a lot at Baxter's. We had open mics there. And one of the kids that I work with was one of the kids I played WoW with. And I loved the idea of doing a poem that absolutely no one in the room was going to understand except for him. And that is exactly what happened. Alright. I toured the fjord and been bored in Borea. I've HK'd and ganked and spammed trade for arenas. I've leveled PvP but got sick of QQ, so transferred to PvE to pay my raid dues. And before you asked, yeah, I waited in line, and the day after Wrath dropped, my DK was level 59. The day after that, I was back on my main, switched specs and gear sets, now epic DPS, my claim to fame. And yeah, we got Mally and Sarth +2. That's right, motherfucker, my guild's better than you. And yeah, I wrote this poem to explain why I don't get laid, but I gotta cut this shit short. I'm late for my raid. It also dates how old these poems are, because half of those references don't even make sense anymore. Anyway, let me go back to... Fuck yeah, Horde. For the Horde. Fuck Alliance. Those fuckers. Fucking nerds. Alright. This poem's about veganism. Oh, I was saying a lot of these poems are very old, and a lot of my beliefs have evolved. A lot of things, you might hear things that I would now challenge and say are... I mean, I tried to go back and rework these and make them a lot more inclusive where they were lacking that, but some of them that wasn't really possible. Just because, like I said, things have evolved. My opinions have evolved, my beliefs have evolved, and that's important. It's important to let that happen, to not attack that. You know, we have a lot of people now like going to their first protests, or Doug made a comment the other day that he like took a nap and woke up and he was behind the curve on police abolition. And you know, a lot of the beliefs that we've looked at for a long time have like very much become mainstream, and that's awesome. But it is important to let those things happen and change and grow. So if you hear something that like maybe you're like, well, that doesn't sound like Andrew, let's talk about it. I will happily tell you, you know, whatever. Anyway, I don't think this poem's like that, but it might be. I don't really remember. All right. Your bloodshed for vanity is making me sick, but I bite back bile to stand here and say it, because your denial's why we'll never quit. Our voices for the voiceless, this chorus challenging your choices. What do we want? All human and animal liberation, and there's never been time to be questioning when, and fighting and dying might seem mighty violent till you realize where the violence begins. 40 innocents died for your fucking fur coat. Your pork chop's last words were garbled by a knife in its throat, left to bleed out and die, gasp and struggle till dry, and you're asking me if that justifies militants? Fuck you. Sentience justifies militants. And we're here to hold you accountable for your outdated ways. We've seen your errors and we've numbered your days. We won't back down until you understand your shoddy science is nothing more than blood on your hands. The fur on your back that was tortured or trapped was alive. That's worth way more than your bottom line. So I stand behind every smashed window and every glued lock, and I'd stand behind vegan kids toting Glocks. I support liberations that end torture and death, and I proudly support the ALF. I'll proudly keep shouting till my last breath, go vegan, give your excuses a rest. Tell our fast food nation that we've seen through the lies, the revolution's not coming with a side of fries. That sooner or later we all recognize that where you see money, we see lives. Uh-oh, I lost my spot. And that if it's our money, that can't be justified. That kind of cruelty can't be justified. And in the face of that cruelty, people will rise. That's why the police have beef with what I believe. That's why we got raided, why we've had property seized. There's a conscious shift behind every revolution. But if we continue oppression, then we've already chosen. Nobody's free while dependent on cruelty, and your veganism ain't shit without inclusivity. Nobody's free till animals are free, and I know we're not free. But trust me, there's a lot of rich, powerful, evil people who find these sentiments absolutely terrifying. And this is a simple message for you tonight. Your choices are weapons to wield with all your might. Total liberation's where I set my sights, because it's all one struggle. It's all the same fight. Human freedom and animal rights. I also love fries, Donna. But fries are not revolution. Fries are not the revolution. Alright, I can continue in that vein and do a poem about when we got raided by the FBI. Or that one definitely is a little bit problematic. Just a but I'll just do that. We'll keep that vein going. Oh my god. Alright. So, for those of you who don't know, when I lived at Bike House, we were raided by the feds twice. Oh my god, dude. I just said they're not revolutionary. They're delicious. Anyway. Yeah, we got raided by the FBI twice. They took a lot of our stuff. Some of it we got back, like this bitchin' iPod classic. I think it's 120 gig, just saying. Hypocrite sells fries. You know what? Some of it we never got back. The reason that we got raided was based around some of the activism we were doing, but mostly because we had an activist who was very unpopular with the feds, who lived with us. They told us that straight to our faces, that Peter Young lived with us. If you don't know who he is, he was responsible for a lot of mink liberations a long, long time ago. Then went on the lam for a long time. Interesting person, definitely worth checking out. There's a lot of history there. But, oh my god, Yelp review, that's fucking funny. Anyway, they told us straight to our faces that if we kicked Peter out, that they would stop coming. And they were just harassing us, effectively. Anyway, that's not the point. About this poem afterwards. Yeah. I hope whichever FBI motherfucker went through my sock drawer and found the Magnum condoms left feeling insignificant and ashamed. Because that's all I get. The satisfaction of knowing that anyone with that big a small man complex has got a tiny dick. The satisfaction of knowing that they're harassing us because we're saying real shit, while all that they're saying is our 12 guys with guns should show those activists quick. Those puppy-loving pansies sure as shit make me sick. Well, so what? You think a home invasion's gonna shut us up? Boy, we know your tactics. You're scared, not us. You just gave 9 kids reasons, and all you got was our stuff. You're an armed force of honorless thieves. You've really redefined tough. That said, things change after a home invasion. After 12 armed thugs enter your home and steal your personal belongings. Some things stay the same, like your belief that the American judicial system is a farce and law enforcement agencies are nothing more than bullies and shitty self-fulfilling prophecies out to make a buck. But a lot changes too. For instance, you start wondering what you did wrong. But when the government's made a business out of creating criminals out of political dissension, that's not always clear. The Animal Liberation Front is ranked number 1 on the domestic terrorist watch list, despite having never taken or even harmed a human life. While the FBI, well, they just don't have that clean a record. And while I pledged allegiance as a little kid, I only did it because I didn't understand it like I thought I did. I didn't realize that I waived my right to privacy. Just by having a friend with a felony, just because my friends and I are known to speak vocally about a bullshit industry that gets paid to act violently, and we spit in the face of a system that prizes greed. 9 people lost the ability to feel safe in their home. They were held prisoner in their living room while any semblance of privacy was destroyed by an armed Gestapo systematically discovering any secret held sacred in their witch hunt. Then, we were labeled terrorists. Well, I'll spare the motherfuckers the irony, because sure, you are frightening, but I find this shit inspiring. Nothing says you're being affected like being considered a threat. And motherfuckers, that's all you get. How tough can you be knowing we ain't finished yet? How tough can you be knowing you didn't get shit but regret? Your 12 douchebags with guns really feel like assholes yet? All you've done is show us how high the bar's been set. Look, motherfuckers. Those 9 puppy-loving activists were really just 9 vegan kids, until you took everything they had to lose. Cool. What time is it? I got a couple more minutes, maybe? Alright. That one that I keep saying is a little bit more feel-good. I hope. We'll see. Alright. Do you guys know what dead peasant insurance is? Or have heard the term dead peasants? I guess it's going to take a minute, so I'll just tell you. So dead peasant insurance is corporate insurance that executives can take out on their employees, so that it's a life insurance policy that if you were to die, they say the company will lose money. So the executives get paid out a premium for their employers or employees. It doesn't go to the families, it doesn't go to you, it doesn't go to anything like that. Effectively, what it does is decentivize a safe work environment, because workers are replaceable and they get a bonus when you die. It also became a somewhat popular thing Like this was a practice Walmart had, a couple other places. I don't know if it still exists because it came very popular back in, I think I wrote this poem in 2011, but they were still talking about it in 2014. I did some research on it again to see if it still happened and couldn't really figure out definitively either way. But this poem references dead peasants, and that's what it's talking about. They started throwing it around more as a label for lower class people than even just the insurance. Yeah, so that's what it's talking about when I say that. Anyway, your country doesn't care about you. These powers that be see you and me as commodity. Shit. Anymore, they don't even value you for your money as much as your lack thereof. See, we're labeled dead peasants while we wax poetic to combat their rhetoric and evils that spread it. Fox News doesn't fancy poetry. And for that matter, neither does MSNBC, but I digress. Look, I'm presenting to you two separations of self. The motivation of wealth, of the realization that net worths are worthless. The meaning of life, y'all, is purpose. See, our country's not sick because of healthcare. People aren't poor because of welfare. Politicians spout hope, change, or care like a breath of fresh air, but we still get sold short, as if our system's so worth saving. Now, you've probably heard me spitting, motherfuck religion, fuck capitalism, shit, all types of isms, but this is different. Because now we're talking about intent. See, I was raised up in Utah, the reddest of red. I had a youth full of dread of what might come when I'm dead, but eventually put down that water and bread. I found a new community. I found kids with mohawks, bumping punk rock, quoting hip-hop on late night walks with homemade mops. Kids with holes in their socks, watching the sunrise from rooftops. Look, as it lights up Antelope Island before you've gone to bed, y'all, I swear that sunshine can make you whole. And that sun shines in this city of salt sometimes, and its shine on the city puts a beat in my heart. And I find my peace with the poetry in those beats, and when the words that I speak move your heart or your feet. See, I spit to spread a message, and I spit because I'm blessed enough to find diamonds in the rough of my fellow dead peasants, of these other red state residents. Found poets who wear their prose on their sleeves, and it beats and they bleed because they're living their intent to put beauty into words, to breathe deep and spit cures, without thinking of who it might help or whether or not they can afford it. Because our country is sick because of apathy, but your passions are like poetry, spitting cures for your community, and that's the only hope I see. So I hope you'll hope with me. And I think that's my whole time, so donate, please. We definitely need the Beehive. We need your help. We need, we need spaces like that. Davey requests no swear words. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Conrad Keel on PayPal and Venmo. Please donate, please. Stay involved, do chase those passions, chase those dreams. There's a lot happening right now, and it's very important that we remember we're in this together, and we do form that community and stay strong. So love y'all. Sweet. Bye.